Hi there, once again bringing you another video post my realization that the sound of my videos have not been great because it's not recording through my microphone on here, which I did not know until now, or did not realize until now, because silly me, I don't watch my videos before I post them, I just post them. Anyway, this haul is from various locations. I went out, picked up some books, and some dollar bin books from WeBook In, another pickup from WeBook In that's a trade. I'm going to start with that, and some other. Also went to Whyte Knight on WeBook In, and I went to first place I went was the Goodwill Store. That was the first place I went. But those books are the ones I'm going to show you last, because those are very, very cool. So the coolest books are the ones I found last. But all these first books are all found at the WeBook In at both the Whyte Avenue location and the downtown location. I think there's like... Did I actually pick up anything from the downtown location? I don't think I did. No, maybe I didn't. I thought I did, but guess not. I went in there, but I don't think I found anything that I actually wanted. So, anyways, first up, I'm going to show you, this book is called Parting Ways. It's a trade paperback. It's by Andrew Foley, Scott Mooney, and Nick Crane. Now, I'd seen this in WeBook In's, sort of right next to the dollar bins. They had books that I priced a little higher, and this trade has been in there for a while, and I had thought about picking it up simply because one of the creators, Andrew Foley, and shout out to Andrew, is a local Edmontonian, and he's an artist, and this is basically his book. It's not just his book, but it's him, Scott Mooney, and Nick Crane. Now, I don't think I know Scott Mooney and Nick Crane, but it's like the near-life experiences of Peter Orbach is the tagline. So it's like written by Andrew Foley, pencil art by Scott Mooney, ink art by Nick Crane and Scott Mooney, letters by Nick Crane, cover image by Scott Mooney, book design by Diva Designs. And it's published by Speakeasy Comics. And Andrew's tagline, it says, "To Mom and Dad for raising me to be the artist, raising me to be an artist instead of something sensible, and to Tina, who really does deserve better but settled for me." I'm not going to read the other two people's little taglines because I don't really know them. And it's a very cool black and white book. So, Parting Ways by Andrew Foley, Scott Mooney, and Nick Crane. And I got that for $7.95. So, another cool book to add to my indie list of books. All right. That's all for the giving my friend a shout out and putting his work out there. Anyway, next up, I found a few. I can't remember whether these are all from WeBook In, but I can't remember if it was from the Whyte Avenue location or the downtown location. I don't remember. But we have Blade #2, and I saw that cover and it's like, okay, that's cool. And I don't believe this is a really long series. Creators are McGregor, Hagen, and Floria. Yeah, so Don McGregor, Brian Hagen, Sandru Floria, with Steve Olaf doing the colors. Oh, Steve Olaf did the colors. Cool. So that was cool to find. And a new book that was in there, or a new book that was in there. We got Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16. So yes, it was in the dollar bin at WeBook In. And I'm kind of glad because I really was not looking forward to trying to pay the price of this book for what it costs in Canada, which is a lot. They also had an X-Force #1. So that was cool to find as well. I did not have that one. And they also had this recent book, Marvel Swimsuit Special, Variant Edition #1. And this is the Mark Brooks wraparound cover. And no, it was in a bag, but it wasn't in a board. Yeah, see, this is the one book, right? Now remember, this is the $1 bin book that I bought at the Whyte Ave location. I also got the Parting Ways trade there. The other ones all came from downtown. Yes, now I remember. So it was in a bag, not this one. So I've got it home, put it in a new bag and board. So, and I'm sure all of you have already seen the full wraparound cover, so I'm not going to worry about showing you that. But yeah, so I got that for $1. Also, we had Batman versus Robin #1. And this is a cardstock variant cover. And it is variant cover by Francis Manapul. So I said, yeah, I'm taking that as well. There was also all new double-size issue, the Archie's one-shot. Yeah, so I put these in new bags and boards. Segura, Rosenberg, and Eisma is the creators. I hope I said that right, and I hope you can hear me say those. Another newish book. We got, I think it's pretty brand new, Vampirella Armageddon, issue #1. Again, found in the dollar bin. So, yes. Now, moving on, picked up 2 books at Whyte Knight, also known as Upstairs. And I was a bit surprised by the price of some of these 2 books. So, first off, we have an issue #1, Star Wars Dark Empire #1. And this was in really, really great shape. And it's priced at $10. And that's a minty copy of that book. And we also had Spider-Woman issue #2, 35 center, marked at $6. There was another one that was cheaper, but it was in really, really, really rough condition. And Mike, I gotta thank you. He gave me a deal. He let me have those 2 books for $10 plus tax. So that was cool. And the last 3 books are the 3 books I found first. Now, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Marvel book first. Pick these up at the, can't remember what it's called, the Goodwill Store. The Goodwill Store on Whyte Avenue. So we got Luke Cage, Power Man, issue #36. It's not a key or anything, and these books were all priced at $5. But I thought, well, you know what? Let's just take them. And they weren't in bags and boards, but luckily, Goodwill has a tendency to put stickers on their books, but they've learned not to do that. Instead, they had a sticker, but they had a cut. It was still, the sticker was still on its thing, like on the place where you peel it off, but they had cut around it and they had paper clipped it to the book. And without a bag, without a board or anything. But so I was like, yeah, I decided to take that and save it from that fate. All right, now the last 2 books are Canadian they're Canadian books. They're Canadian published books. The first one is Captain Canuck First Summer Special. And this is it's the newsstand. So that was very cool to find. I was like, that wasn't the first one I came across. The first one I came across, and like I said, both of these were $5. New Triumph featuring Northgard, first issue. It's the first printing, #1. Now, there's it's damaged right there on the corner, and you're saying, oh, but you spent $5 on that. Why did you? And it's not just there. The tear goes all the way across there. And you're saying, well, why would you pay for that? Why would you pay $5 for that? Well, I mean, I needed it because I hadn't seen that book anywhere else. And I'm serious, I have not seen it anywhere. I have issue 2, but I have not found any other issues of it anywhere. Now, why did I pick it up regardless? Because of this. It is a double cover. Double cover. So even though the front cover is torn, and I'm not going to try to get it back in there because If you put it in at a specific angle, it pulls up on this little torn part. So I'm going to do that very carefully later. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's now my first ever double cover. Now, something cool about this book, about the Captain Canuck book, that I didn't realize until I got home. Now, I don't know if it really is or if it's designed this way. I'm showing it because I need somebody, maybe Mike from Mike's Comics, or Alan the Comic Collector Geek, or somebody who knows Canadian comics really well, whether it's normal or not. I think it is actually meant to be this way, that it's not actually signed, but I need to find out. Are those signatures part of the book? I think they are. It looks like they're part of the book, but I can't really tell if they are or not. I think it is part of the book, and I can't find any details online about whether it is or not. I just find it interesting because one is done in a really sort of thick, so it's done really thick, and the other ones are really thin, and one of them is sort of goes across the other one. So I don't know. I need somebody who knows more about this book in particular, whether or not it is normally has that on there, or if that's part of the book or not, because I have no idea, and I could not find any details about it or not, or if the creators, when they did this book, they did a special signing, and maybe it had some sort of thing that says, okay, it's supposed to be like this. I don't know. Regardless, I got myself a double cover. So, and I looked inside, and I did not see any signatures or anything like that in this. And there were 3 different older Canadian comics. There was another issue that I could have got, but I have that one already. So I decided not to risk buying a book that I didn't need, that didn't have anything special about it. And that one, this one here, I needed this. I did not have this, and I did not realize it had that sort of those signatures in it. But I think they're part of the book. If somebody can let me know in the comments whether it's part of the book or not, would be greatly appreciated. If you, Mike from Comic Mike, if you have this book, or Lyle, Mr. Lyle Hobson, if you have this book and you know whether it's supposed to be signed on there, that's part of the book or not, you'd let me know, please, in the comments. All right, so that is the haul for this time. Thank you much for trying to listen to my tinny voice. Can't believe I did not realize that my microphone wasn't working properly. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Thank you very much for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you're having a great day. Sorry if I try to loom over the computer so you can hear me better. Yes, have yourself a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.